Welcome back once again to my MTA Primer series, and today we're going to be talking about one of the most oppressive forces the game has had to offer in its lifetime. This character has been present throughout the meta, throughout the years, in just about every single game mode you could imagine. Her name is Princess Peach, and we're about to discover, and well, talk about why she is MTA's royal top tier.
Oh, did I win?
And here we are. We will be choosing Toad, why not? Our Peach's royal servant throughout the years. Always by her side and all that, until the Toad Revolution, as we know. It's gonna happen eventually.
Toad won!
So what makes Peach so good in this game mode? Or in MTA, I should say. What makes Peach so good in MTA? Well, first things first. Her slice. This zooms. This is very hard to react to. Like, if I weren't playing against AI Toad, I would guarantee just about any other AI would struggle to keep up with these. Because on average, these slices go very fast. They are absolutely a menace to deal with. Secondly, Peach is tall, which means you're not going to be getting a lot of shots past her. At least vertically anyways. You see Toad's topspins there. They're not going to come close to overheading Peach. Even if she's standing under the highest arc, she will absolutely reach up and catch those. Secondly, her range isn't too bad. The fact that she two-hands her racket means that there's not really a discrepancy between her forehand and backhand. So basically, you're never going to be hitting to Peach's weak hand, which means she's always going to be belting out these slices. And you had better be prepared to react or predict how Peach is going to send those puppies out, because it is going to be a constant barrage of slice and nothing but. And of course, if Peach does move up to the net, she has a flat, a very deadly flat, and drop. So those are two very hard angling shots, that flat and drop, if Peach ever gets them on you. And since she's going to be playing from the tee for most of the game, because she doesn't really have a reason to go to baseline, she's going to hit you up with all sorts of shenanigans and fast shots. A lot of characters can't deal with how fast Peach shoots her shot, basically. And if you try to volley battle against her, she will likely come out on top because she has the slice curve and angle, among other things, to completely win out on those. So as long as I'm right here, well, as long as they don't move up too fast or too far, it's gonna be pretty hard for Toad to actually win. And if you feed Peach a star flat, that is one hell of an angle you've already given to her. You hit her with a lob and she catches it. And like I said, she's tall, which means she's going to be catching those lobs pretty dang early. And with her amazing technical angles, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. Should probably ease up on the Toad for now. We'll talk about baseline. While she doesn't have to come to the baseline, her baseline is not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Sure, it's not the dominant force that T-line Peach is, but you can certainly get by if you need a bit of a mental reset on just hitting flats from the baseline, because they're good. They go pretty far if you get a lot of charge. And she has enough speed and reach to where you're not really putting yourself into a detrimental spot by doing this. Because the opponent is still going to have to react to your sharp angles that are going to paint the lines. And see, I'm almost practically repainting these outer lines purple with my flats. So basically, if you need a backup, you're afforded to. And since you're so tall with decent reach, it's not too big of a deal to move up in most cases. So basically, Peach is bringing the neutral to the T-line. This is quite the outstanding advantage to have, considering that your T-line gameplay should be your advantage state. But for Peach, it's her normal neutral state. And that's the same for a lot of other volleyers, like Toadette and Luigi. They're all going to be playing from that T-line. And if you ever try to get into an angle war with Peach, being the technical that she is, she will absolutely send that ball sideways. And there's no exaggeration on that. She will absolutely send the ball parallel to the net, if given the opportunity. Talking about standard for a minute, you'll have to imagine it, because I'm not particularly going to play standard against the AI. For reasons I've stated in other videos. But basically, Peach has this thing called side trick and B, which, of course, other slice volleyers can do. But basically, if you're holding a shot like right here, and you see the ball goes away from you, you can just side trick over to it. You don't have to walk over. Peach, it's another neutral tool of Peach's that is very good, that can quickly turn a match into her favor, turn a point into her favor, if the opponent does not correctly guess what angle Peach is going to go with her side trick. And it just means that Peach has more overall coverage on that T-line, which makes it much harder for most characters to get shots past her, because her side trick is very good. Like, its range is very good, both far and how close it is. Like, you can practically get your side trick to activate while the ball is in your range, is in your normal range. It's very silly. And of course, if I'm standing on one alley, I can side trick over to the other doubles alley, and nothing comes of it, other than I get to stay in neutral. So yes, with dominant T-line play, a solid baseline if you ever need it, and angles from hell. I'll just say it now. Her angles are not okay, and they've been nerfed, I think, 2 times, and they're still amazing. She has gotten nerfs to her slice volley and her lunge. Her lunge used to be one of the best in the game as well. Used to be able to spam that like it was the old boo glitch. But now it's an average lunge. Now her volley is still a cut above the rest, but not as oppressive as it was. And she's just really still the complete package of everything you could possibly want in this game. As far as a slice volleyer goes. You see, Toad tried to punish me on that, but I just double tapped my slice button and still won out anyways. Not to mention, her double tap topspin has some power behind it, so if you ever need a good finisher that isn't a single tap, if you think your opponent will be able to react to that single tap, then don't be afraid to send out a powerful topspin as Peach the Technical. And there you have it. So, in conclusion, Peach is the queen of the T-line. and she makes what would be the game's, or should be the game's, advantage state her neutral, which is very powerful. I cannot state it enough how powerful it is that Peach gets to stay at that T-line for most of the game. A lot of characters can't deal with it. Her slice volley is still very fast. Her finishers are amazing. She has good reach, good range. Her side trick is phenomenal. Her front trick it's hard to hit, but when you hit it, it's very good. It gives you a lot of reward. Possibly one of the best angling front trick drops in the game. And yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to discussing why Peach is so good at this video game. So, until next time, I will be seeing you on the next Hooky Hour. Bye!